Hello, thanks for choosing this video. This isn't your other video. In fact, this is another behind the scenes video of my recent Hotel Mario reanimated cartoon. So let's get right into it. Okay, sorry about that. I thought it would be funny if I were to do, a drawn intro to this particular tutorial. But yeah, let's get into the bottom of it. See all these materials here? Let me break it down one by one. Okay, you may have noticed that my voice volume changed and there's like less background noise because I'm wearing my Apple earphones. Anyway, you notice this cardboard tray with solid colored paper right here, as well as the other cardboard tray. These pieces were actually from a board game box. This was like from a puzzle. I don't really like doing puzzles. Yeah, you can basically, cut out slits for your paper to be inserted on, so it could be, inserted easily. Like that. If you want to draw your own backgrounds, you can. Here's one of the drawn backgrounds I did for the Hotel Mario cartoon. Now, all we need to do is to put everything together. See this clear board? This is actually from a clipboard I, modified. As you can see here, the clip is already taken off, but yeah, I do is place it on top of the first space right here, like that. Then we will place the other one, which I mentioned. And as you can see here, this will... Sorry, wrong way. As you can see, this will create a nice border. You can do the same thing with what I'm doing here. That is, if you have access to certain materials like this. And then we will place the other clear plastic tray that my uncle gave to me for some reason. Sorry, wrong way again. And yeah, there we go. Your animation rig is set. This is actually how older cartoons like Looney Tunes and tons of other cartoons, really, before computers took over everything, animated. They animated using special clear pieces of this material called celluloid, and they would paint, characters onto them and make them blend well with the painted backgrounds. Now that I have set everything up, there are a few more important things to do. What are those? Paper cutouts. Yeah, look how many paper cutouts I've done. They were fun to do, but then they took forever to draw and cut out, because the fact that I don't mind drawing at all, because I can draw fast, but that's too much manual labor, But if it's what you want to do, this is for you. As you can see, this is a recreation of the scene where I made Bowser appear on top of the wall and then laugh. Yeah, this is one thing you can do with paper cutouts like this. Now, notice how I hold these cutouts with this clothing pin. You can also find these in your local store, like Dollar Tree or whatever. Anyways, you can also make your characters walk with these clothing pin attached to the pieces of paper. Plus, you can make the characters talk by just moving them up and down. And you can even make their eyes move. Woo! To give more of that illusion. Here's how I did it. I just placed the cut out overlay of Mario's eyeballs, and then I just drew out the pupils on another piece of paper, and just place them underneath and just move them around, making sure that they're still in place with the eye sockets of Mario. Now, with how I filmed this whole cartoon, yeah, these are my original characters, not Mario. I used my kitchen lamp that have two light bulbs and I attached my phone with a hair tie that connects to the secondary lamp, and it captures the drawing well. I know it's like in photo mode, but in video mode it would look better. But yeah, you can also just make your cartoons this way. Now I understand that not every person has the time and patience to recreate this type of rig I made of cardboard and plastic, but luckily there's an alternative. This it's a tiny bathroom shelf thing. You can get these anywhere in the store. These are affordable. Hey, I'm terribly sorry about the background noise. This is my sister screaming at Fortnite for some reason. Yeah, anyway, these are affordable to get. You get them at Target and Dollar Tree. I got this at Target for $15, but then I just found out that Dollar Tree sells the exact same thing for like $1. But yeah, besides the point, you can still make good, you know, paper cut cartoons with this one. However, it's going to be, much limited movement. And the best part is, filming your cartoons is much easier with this method. So you may notice that your drawings look a little big in this size, and you can see the phone doesn't really stretch out, more far out than 1x. That's the thing, though. You have to draw small. Let me show you how you can do that. See that drawing I made earlier? This was folded hamburger style from your typical average piece of paper. And then you're gonna grab your trusty dusty scissors and just like cut around your drawing. Now that you got your drawings cut out, you're going to place them underneath your filming setup, and there you go. Your character can fit just nice with the screen. The method for drawing your characters and objects, especially on a folded piece of paper, is so efficient, especially if you want to save paper, because drawings take up a lot of paper. Also, when you're cutting, you may want to avoid cutting too much, because otherwise you may tear up your drawing a little bit. Yeah, you might as well take your time with cutting. Don't cut too fast. Also, here's another tip to save materials for making drawings. Color lightly, even with crayons or color pencils. So that way your, color materials as well as your drawing materials, like I do with pencil, can last longer. Especially if you want to do cutout drawings, long term. Alright, now let's look at how I edited the entire Hotel Mario cartoon in the first place. I use CapCut, which is super free and easy to use. And as you can see here, there's tons of, filming old film effects, which I really, really like. I try my best to make it seem as realistic as possible. How do I do, you ask? Well, just by, observing older cartoons from the 1930s, 40s, and 50s. They all had the same type of cameras back then. They're not really as clear as modern cameras, especially smartphone cameras today. So, yeah. If we go to the videos adjust tab, these are my settings. I like to keep the temperature at 34, saturation at 50 to brighten the colors a lot, and change the tint, exposure, contrast. Yeah, you can play around with these settings just to get that, old film feel. And you can go to CapCut's effects up here, and then search up something like retro or something like that. Retro, VHS, whatever. And then you'd have these cool, effects that give you pretty much the exact same feel as how I made my video. And yeah, that's literally it. Of course, you do it all on your phone too. Edit your drawing videos on CapCut on your phone. But that will take longer than I do with PC, since I connected my Android phone to the computer for better convenience. But other than that, that's literally it.
Imagine you're walking to work one day, and suddenly, kaboom! Someone drops an atomic bomb on you. Now, imagine if that happened to you twice.